Welcome to the Road to Redemption podcast with your host, Cam Williamson. Each week, Cam sets out to shatter the labels and stigmas associated with mental health awareness by giving life lessons and raw overviews of events happening around the world.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to this episode of the Road to Redemption podcast. I am, as always, your grateful host, Cam Williamson. It's fantastic to be back with you today. Today's going to be a little different. We have no topic in mind per se. I am talking about some of the big things that have gone on in the news, the shooting that just happened at the 4th of July parade in Illinois, and some of the things we know about the suspect in that situation that are concerning me. Today, CERN, if you guys don't know, it's the Central European Research for something. Essentially, it's a big science experiment underground in Switzerland. They take a bunch of particles, a bunch of protons, and they get them to speeds that they've never gotten them before. That's what they're doing today, or that's what they did, and they smash them together. And why do they do this? Because last time they did it, they found something, or during the experiments in the past, they found the Higgs boson particle, which is big. It's a big thing for like quantum physics, and today's experiment had a lot of people concerned. And the overall theme of today's episode is going to be like a state of paranoia that I'm sensing, mainly online. We were very angry. I think still some people are very angry, but we went from anger in this country to full-blown fear. And now we're in a state of paranoia that I think is actually concerning. I'm watching more and more people online and again, if you've ever been around people, especially who are on drugs, and they're just completely disassociated with actual reality, you know that there's a look in a person's eyes. It's the same look when someone's completely having a mental episode, and you could just tell the soul of that person is not there anymore. And you're seeing more of these like blank stares into TikTok screens where it's like, guys, I'm here to tell you this secret. I just saw some guy claiming he was the fucking Messiah. Like legitimately quit his job, he said, left his family, and was homeless to disciple to homeless people because he truly believed he was the second coming to save the world and everything that's going on. There was another lady who was swearing that her ex was a ex-bad cop, i.e. he was like on the take and he was doing shiesty shit. And now he's a narcissist. That's the new thing, of course. Every ex is a narcissist. And he's using thermal and nuclear radiation to track her footprints and where she goes. Guys, some of these things are called schizophrenic paranoid delusions. Mental health has gotten so bad in this country and across the world. Remember, when we're talking about things like bipolar disorders, right, which I have, bipolar 1, the manic episodes that I have in my life can make me feel like usually that I'm not doing enough to get to the things I want in my life, and I need to work harder, and I need to somehow change who I am and what I'm doing to reach a focus goal faster, right? When that turns to paranoia, right, which sometimes depressive episodes can do that, where you feel, especially me, I have 3 DUIs. I've been woken up from my sleep, like to have a warrant served on me and taken to jail. So I have like all these weird issues with like police coming to get me or somebody coming to get me and or watching me to see if I'm doing something wrong. So I do have this weird like paranoia sometimes that bothers me, but it's also something I've acknowledged is not practical. It's not something I have to worry about. I don't do any illegal activities. The police have no reason to search for me now. So it's like it's some of these issues that people really do face in their lives, and now that everyone's so isolated and just on TikTok watching shit, like with the CERN experiment today, people were really posting online that they were going to open a portal to hell. and had people all in a tizzy. Oh, this is it. This is finally it. The apocalypse. Everyone's joking. Oh, what is this? The new Y2K? Like, everyone knew not shit was going to happen today. But people were so tired of what is every day that I think we're focusing on such unimportant shit in hindsight, right? Like, I watched the whole CERN thing this morning, and I watched it fire up, and I saw it, go to completion where there was proper collisions made, and, the gadgets and the different machines that were running tests were successfully doing that. And even myself, I kind of felt like a kid on Christmas Eve night where I had this hope that Santa was really coming, that something was going to happen, right? A lot like I remember having when I was deep into Christianity, where I really believed that somehow God was going to step into my life physically, something was going to happen, and I was going to go, that's God at work in my life. And like with the CERN thing, people really wanted to believe for a moment that science was going to make this big bang happen, and we were going to shift parallel, realities or dimensions were going to shift. And there was all these wacko theories out there from uneducated people that are paranoid about what their life is becoming. But not all the paranoia is unjustified, because yesterday, the 4th of July, in Illinois, Highland Park, Illinois, an 18-year-old, it was either 18 or 22. I don't remember. I thought he was like 18. An 18-year-old kid, this fucking guy, Bobby something the third, is a rapper, of course. I'm not even going to say his fucking rap name, because then you guys are going to look it up on YouTube and watch his music video like I did. And he's got this weird fucking music video out where he's just mumble rapping, talking about a thick-assed bitch and how he's going to whatever. And then the very end of it is this weird laughing while he's in tactical gear in a classroom. Like, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. So this kid clearly had so many mental issues. So many. From the jump. And he goes down. Now, I know what kind of parade this is. This is a city parade. This is where if you live in this city and, you're going to make a thing of the 4th of July, you're going to start your 4th of July morning going to the parade, probably going home, resting up, getting prepared, some kind of barbecue in the afternoon leading into the night where then they'll do fireworks. But this fucking asshole takes an AR, goes down to the city parade, and just starts mowing motherfuckers down. And again, I don't want to be the one that sits here and yells, gun control, we need to do something about guns. The issue has never been a gun. The issue has always been, really, mental health. And how do we keep a line drawn where, again, I think everyone struggles with mental health challenges. That doesn't disqualify everyone from carrying a firearm. But how do you make the moment of distinction from when someone is healthy and in their right mind to in some sort of episode that they could really become a harm to themselves or others, and they may have lost the capacity to go, I'm having an extreme thought, I need to call my therapist or someone within my support group. If you've really lost it, I don't know. How do you do that? Because then you wouldn't be like, hey, I'm having an episode. I need to remove all the guns from my life because I'm having these thoughts. The problem with your own brain is it rationalizes with itself. Even with terrible ideas. Oh, hey, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. And again, if your brain is sick, if it's not healthy and it's not doing well, good ideas and bad ideas can start to blend together and just become your thoughts. And your thoughts you start to claim as your own. Same thing with all these wild beliefs that people are spouting online with, tarot card readings and spirituality things. And I see all these fucking idiots talking about, I'm a medium and I can tell you that someone that's passed on has a message for you and it's that you're about to receive great things. And, oh, by the way, don't forget to check the link in my bio so you can schedule your private fucking reading. And it's like, yo, you guys are all so full of shit. Everyone is so full of shit anymore. And ever since last week, I've just been debating, like, do I even want to be a part of this shit anymore? This whole social media, whatever. Because, like, I love it. I love having a voice where I can state my opinions. But at the same token, I think we've gotten to such a place in this world where if it's not so extreme that it almost takes your breath away, we can't indulge in it for more than 5 minutes. We got to find the next extreme thing. This used to be, when we were young, constantly needing to be in someone's business and drama. If you didn't have life, shit going on in your own life, you were in somebody else's business. And that's kind of what we're seeing all over the place. Is we're getting in other people's business and we're hearing all these stories of what's happening to this person and that group and this. And then everyone wants to feel like they're either being a hero to a victim or that they're a victim that's in need of saving. These personality characteristics will differ based on your life experiences and who you are as a person, but I can tell you, man, there needs to be a lot more people willing to save their motherfucking selves. Because I can tell you, man, as someone who served in the military, there's no one coming to save your ass, right? Especially in today's day and age. You call the police, you better fucking hope it's one of the good ones that shows up, and you better hope that they have the time and resources to show up on time and quickly if they do show up. The good ones, that is. And that you're not going to get a bad one showing up and causing a bigger scene than what's already going on. We're still seeing, just in Akron, Ohio. Now, again, I don't know the whole details behind this, but a guy was fleeing a traffic stop, and somehow they had slowed him down again, had guns drawn on him and shit. He takes off, and they unloaded there was 5 or 6 cops there, and they said that he was hit over 60 times. Wow. Firing into a moving vehicle. Again, he was fleeing. I don't know who this guy was. I don't know what he was wanted for, but it's like, yo, god damn. Everything is so fucking extreme, and now I see why everyone's so paranoid. People are literally spending hours looking at the sky, finding weird-shaped clouds going, what is that? Look at the way that one cloud is moving. Guys, clouds have different densities. Coming from a former field artillery meteorologist and field surveyor before I was an MP, that's what I did for a short time in the Army, there's different types of clouds. They have different densities. They move faster than others. It's not a fucking UFO because you see a gray cloud that's moving faster than the white clouds behind it. We gotta stop with making everything a fucking thing. This is something I'm working on in my own house right now. I have a 3-year-old daughter. I have my wife. I have my 6-year-old daughter who lives with her mother in Indiana. I do a lot of shit, right? Run my own business, podcast. I try to be a very present father with my daughter here. I try to work out shit with my oldest daughter in Indiana. And I have a lot of stuff that goes on all the time and that intertwines through each one of those relationships. I constantly have to remind the people in my life, hey, everything can't be a fucking thing. I'm already trying to stay away from it on social media, and I can't hear about all this tragic stuff that goes on all the time because I'm a very sensitive person and I care and I'll invest all my time into it, the Johnny Depp trial, and I'll just obsess over it and hope that the right resolution comes out. And then when all this stuff comes to me, my family's talking about shit that's going on in their jobs, or I'm hearing little minute stories that don't really fucking matter about, little interactions that are happening. Or again, we're having nothing conversations. This is my biggest pet peeve lately. We don't need to talk about the weather. We all have weather apps. We can look, right? We don't need to talk about how shitty traffic is and stuff. We all know stuff like that. If we're not having honest and meaningful conversations, then what are we doing? Gossiping about one another or about people that you work with or have gone to school with or whatever is not something I'm interested in. If people are genuinely searching for help, I'm always about that. I'm always about helping people. But as far as listening to people's lives fall apart all around me and watch all this terrible acts against humanity go on online, and then I'm supposed to sit in my home already feeling isolated and lonely as shit all the time. And then even like, and again, I'm not bringing up super personal shit, but it's like I live at a pretty high stress level all the time. It's just who I am as a person. If I idle at like an 8 as far as my level and my ability to be patient in situations. So I show up after all this 4th of July weekend goes on to drop my kid off at school. And I see doors open. I see just random shit. Nobody's really tending to the front thing. I walk up, try to drop her off in her classroom. Nobody's there. There's a secondary one that sometimes they drop off at. That teacher in there is like trying to be like, oh, she's going down there today. I will go in. I'm like, no, there's nobody in here. She's like, oh, try the next one. I'm like, yeah, no, nobody in there either. So you apparently don't know who the fuck my kid is, and you apparently don't know what the fuck is going on, so why are you talking to me right now? And again, I'm starting to get this attitude with people. And over the weekend, I had to answer quite a few times, like, why aren't you taking the kids to fireworks? Why aren't you doing nothing like that? And then the parade shooting goes down. I go, you see? Why? Again, it's not out of selfishness that I sit in this house and I keep my family from going to things like zoos and malls and parades and fireworks shows. It's because I'm fucking terrified for my family at this point. I don't trust fucking anybody. Nobody. Not one goddamn person at this point. And again, that's not who I am as a person. I trust people too much usually. But am I willing to put my daughter on that? No. Hell no. And it's gotten to this state now where are people paranoid? Sure. But have we gotten to a place where we're actually using proper situational awareness and double and triple checking? Hey, do I need to go to this? This socially obligated thing that I feel so called that I need to go do so I can take pictures of the kids in there and go, oh, hey, look, we did this. Man, what if? What if it is your city this time? What did I do with my coffee? What if it is your people? And I can tell you, I watched a lot of these TikTok videos of the on-the-ground, perspective of when the shooting rang out. You know how quick most of y'all react? Not quick at all. Hey, man, don't wait around to find out if some shit is fireworks and everyone else is going to react. You hear some shit pop off, figure out how close is that shit to me, what does that sound like, where is it coming from, and which way am I fucking going now? Time to go. Not time to go, huh? I see more of this shit where people are so quick to be like, oh, look, what's that? What's going on? You're going to get fucking shot trying to record whatever's going on. Guys, it's not fucking worth it to be number one on the scene and be like, I was right there. I saw the shit. Be alive to be the person that goes, I have no fucking clue what happened because as soon as I heard that shit, I'm out. Like, I worry about it every weekend with my daughter because when I was growing up, my favorite times in the summer was going to like a public pool and hanging out with my friends. Well, she doesn't do that. I would never. I would fucking never. When I go to the grocery store, like my daughter's been to the grocery store with me like twice in her life. Now, she goes with her mom sometimes, but like, it doesn't happen. Why? She doesn't need to be in there. She's not helping me with anything. So it's like I have other ways that she can be doing other shit where she's safe, not in a general public area for psychopaths. And again, some of the places I have to shop at have got fucking homeless people running around everywhere and, crazy shit that's going on. But it's like I see more and more of that. And it's not just the area that I live in. Everybody that I hear from is talking about, dude, this place is going to shit. I just feel like nothing's fucking sacred anymore. And to be somebody that cares can be so lonely, and in that loneliness, you just start to kind of get a sense of fuck it, where you're like, yo, I've cared about people in I burnt my lip. If you guys can't see, I keep licking my lip like crazy. It's because I burnt the tip of it, and it fucking is driving me nuts. I've gotten to such a place where it's like, yo, fuck it. I've cared my whole life so passionately, and everything falls apart in life all the time, it seems like. And the only thing that I've learned to do is just go, yo, keep going. One step, one foot in front of the other. It is what it is. Keep on driving. And sometimes when you have to stop and sit, and this is what, ultimately therapy is trying to get us to all do, which is just when you have to stop and sit and look at life for exactly what life is, and you can't run from it. You can't hide from it. You can't make lies up that nobody's trying to hear, because you're only talking to you about your life, your situation. You know the truth. And you sit there and you go, so what the fuck now? Like, with everything going on, how do I make the best of my life? How do I give my kids a good experience? How do I find a way to truly be happy in this thing? And I could just tell you, I wake up every day going, I don't know, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to continue to be kind. I'm going to try to continue to be loving. And I'm going to try to give my kids the best life possible.